There they are, ladies and gentlemen, the stare down and a few words exchanged. The last...
that Roach may be the most skillful fighter you have fought in your career. Do you agree with that assessment, and how would you rate Roach's skills?
I agree. I totally agree. He got good skills. Oh, that's why he's here. You know what I mean?
Is boiling over with tension, and the latest showdown between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach proves it. Their face-off turned physical when Davis suddenly landed a headbutt. It set the tone for what's shaping up to be a heated rematch. The energy at the press conference was intense. Fans could sense the deep hostility between them. Davis made his intentions crystal clear. "I'm going to destroy him. I'll tear him apart."
I don't really care too much about the outside critics. I know what I could do in the ring, and that's the only thing that matters, honestly, is that I go out and give it my all and perform. And most likely, 9 times out of 10, when I do that, I'll be victorious.
The tension between the two fighters didn't start at the press conference. It started online. They brought their heated social media feud straight to the stage, trading insults from the moment they arrived. It was clear that Gervonta Davis lost his cool. Fired up by the excitement surrounding another major boxing event, he took things too far and headbutted Lamont Roach during their face-off. That one move sparked chaos. Roach wasn't about to back down. He wanted payback.
Tank.
I take that compliment very well, and it lets me know that he is 100% focused, and that he gonna bring his A game. You know, that's what's all a part of this. Is gonna make it a great fight. That's what a lot of people are missing. That's what, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people don't get. So that's the thing right there. Like he's attentive, he's aware, and he knows that, and that's part of the, you know, that's what got him here today.
Security had to step in quickly, separating the fighters before things got completely out of hand. After that, they stayed apart until they finally left the arena. But before walking off, they exchanged plenty of heated words. It all kicked off when Lamont Roach grabbed the mic. He spoke first and didn't hold back. Roach confidently predicted he'd hand Gervonta Davis the first loss of his career, setting the tone for an intense rematch.
Just here to show up, and when I do show up, I show out for sure. That belt coming out. Hopefully he bring his too with that belt coming out. You know, I like to thank Al Heyman, PBC, Tom Brown, and I like to thank Tank himself. You know what I'm saying? He, cash cow, head honcho, gave me the opportunity. That's Boogie.
"I'll make sure this rematch is worse than the first," Roach declared. "It's going to get ugly. No judges, no referee will save him. I'll be the one with my hand raised. No question about it." That closing statement stung Gervonta Davis and his camp, and they were clearly rattled. When Tank finally got the mic, he fired back hard, warning Roach that what happened in their first fight was just luck, and that luck won't save him this time. The tension between them has been building fast, boiling over into intense arguments and even physical clashes.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fighter. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head.
Backstage at the press conference, Gervonta Davis took things up a notch, warning Roach, "I'm coming for you again. This time, there's no running, no excuses. I'm going to show who the real champ is." But Roach didn't flinch. He stayed calm and confident, standing firm in the face of the threat. Meanwhile, Leonard Ellerbe, one of the loudest voices in Davis's corner, took the mic just before Roach. He kept pointing out that during their last fight, Davis wasn't at his best and had personal issues going on. According to Ellerbe, Roach didn't really beat Tank. He just faced a distracted version of him.
Tank Davis, we gonna see. He's gonna let you know there are a few things on the table, and we'll see what happens.
In your opinion, does Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson ever happen?
Of course. Why not?
Absolutely. That's the fight the world want to see.
Shakur did an interview with...
"I'm not taking anything away from Lamont," Ellerbe said, "but the Tank you saw in March wasn't the real Tank. He was going through a tough time, and we weren't there for him when he needed us most. That's what came back to hurt us. He added, "This isn't just Tank's return, it's all of us coming back together, stronger." And honestly, I don't think Lamont will even hear the final bell once the pressure's on. Unsurprisingly, Lamont Roach aimed much of his response directly at Leonard Ellerbe, making it clear he wasn't buying the excuses.
Do you go into a press conference like, I'm trying to make a movie or I'm trying to match energy? Like, what's your approach to a press conference?
Shit, I be chilling. Like, how we all right now, you hear me? Like,
Yeah.
I be in my element. 9 times out of 10, I'm thinking about the fight and what I'm gonna do, but you always gotta be on.
When it was finally Gervonta "Tank" Davis's turn to speak, his tone was different, serious, focused, and determined. This wasn't the same Tank from before. He seemed locked in, ready to right his past mistakes. "Thank you to everyone who's still rocking with me," he said. "I've grown, I've learned. I know what it feels like to be at the bottom, but trust me, August 16th won't be the same. This time, I'm letting the beast inside me loose, for good."
I rule the weekend. I rule the weekend for sure. He just doing what he have to do, trying to psych himself out for the fight and things like that. But come March the 1st, it's all about skill versus skill, and who had the better skill that night is going to be the victorious person.
Many believe Gervonta Davis is stepping into this rematch fueled by revenge. He was the clear favorite in their last fight and had rarely been pushed to the limit in his career, only going the distance twice before. That's why most boxing fans see Davis as the one with something to prove, feeling that Lamont Roach damaged his reputation and handed him a bitter loss he's eager to erase.
Great talent, fighting on the card Saturday night. So I just want to be here and give it my all. I'm grateful and happy to be a part of this event and be able to be at this level in my career. So I want to just say thank y'all for coming out.
But the real story, according to many, is that Lamont Roach was actually the one robbed in their last fight. The controversial draw didn't reflect what happened in the ring. Critics point fingers at the judges, the referee, the World Boxing Association, and the New York State Athletic Commission, accusing them of working together to influence the outcome unfairly. If anyone deserves revenge, it's Roach. He delivered the performance of his life, only to have what should have been the biggest win of his career snatched away by what many see as blatant corruption in boxing.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, it's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder. If that didn't get me the win, and I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have.
What makes this upcoming fight even more exciting is the possibility that it could lead to a trilogy. For Gervonta Davis, who's never had a rematch in his career, that idea adds a whole new level of interest. Over the years, fans have speculated about potential rematches with past opponents like Ryan Garcia and Isaac "Pitbull" Cruz, but none of those ever materialized. That changed when Lamont Roach came along and shocked everyone by challenging Davis head-on. Many believe this rematch could play out just like the first. Both fighters are evenly matched when it comes to technique and ring IQ. But what really gives Roach an edge is his incredible chin. In their last bout, he took Davis's hardest punches and kept moving forward, as if Tank was throwing air.
You might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same. And that's what people getting messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight. A whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled him. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. It's just he ran into a guy that's on.
Tank's usual game plan, relying on his knockout power, might not work this time. If he wants a real shot at winning the rematch, he'll need to switch things up and outbox Lamont Roach. Unlike many of Tank's past opponents, Roach isn't someone you can just knock out and move on. In fact, during their first fight, it was Tank who got clipped by one of Roach's sharp hooks. Roach thrives in close quarters. He likes to stay in the pocket, right where the action is. That's a serious problem for Tank, who's used to opponents backing off the moment he lets his hands go.
When you lock up, is he
He's too
strong?
small.
Tell that man too small, bro. Y'all in the same weight class.
I mean, that's a new weight class for me. A new weight class for me.
That's what I'm saying. That night y'all was in the same weight class. And you still feel like you too small?
He was too small.
Dang.
I'm just calling a spade. No disrespect, no nothing. He was just too small. I've been in there with some big guys.
There's a lot riding on this rematch, and the recent face-off is just the start of the storm building toward August. It all stems from one of the most controversial fights in recent memory, when Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. clashed on March 1st. The bout ended in a majority draw, leaving fans and experts divided. Ever since, the boxing world has been demanding a second showdown to settle the score once and for all, and finally put the drama of that first fight behind them.
Tank want a rematch. Let me know now. Do you want to fight Tank again? He said he open to do a rematch. Do you want to fight Tank
100%. It's only a matter of time. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight again. It's just whenever the fight gonna happen.
So it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Okay. They say they want it in New York again. Do you want to fight again in the Barclays Center?
I wouldn't mind, but I'd love for it to be in DC.
Okay. Cool.
I'd love for it to be in DC.
It didn't take long for both camps to show interest in running it back. Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix even confirmed the buzz, writing, "A Tank Roach rematch could happen as early as June 21st in Las Vegas. Both sides are now committed to making it happen." With the date and venue seemingly locked in, fans have taken to social media to weigh in on who they think will come out on top in the sequel. A good number are backing Lamont Roach. One former Twitter user even shared 2 photos from the first fight, confidently captioning them, "Roach is beating that guy again, mate."
I just so happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July.
Fans are split as the rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach draws near, with hype building fast across social media. Some are backing Roach, sharing memes like a cockroach wielding a lightsaber to show their support, while others believe Tank will bounce back. One fan wrote, "I thought Roach won 115 to 113, but Tank will make the right adjustments and win this time," while another predicted a late-round knockout from Davis. With both sides confident and the fight date getting closer, the anticipation continues to rise.
That was the first fight in a long time when Tank first started. His body was that defined. You see how his body looked?
The first fight was expected to be just another routine win for Gervonta Davis and his team. From the moment the matchup with Lamont Roach was announced, Team Davis seemed calm and confident. Roach, though experienced and holding a respectable title, was seen as the smaller man and a clear underdog. But once the bell rang, Roach came in with a point to prove. He started strong, boxing smartly from the outside, and when Davis pulled him into close-range combat, Roach didn't back down. He adapted and handled the inside fight just as well.
Skillful fighter. Your fighters from the area. In that DMV area, there's a lot of talent, and nobody wants to lose. Nobody wants to lose. So I knew it was going to be a hard fight. This has been going on forever. We all help each other. They know our strengths. They know our secrets. We know theirs, and vice versa. So that is what made for a good fight.
When the final bell rang at Brooklyn's Barclays Center, the crowd was left stunned. They had just witnessed 36 minutes of non-stop action, but no one could say for sure who had won. As the judges' scores were being read, Team Davis waited with quiet confidence. But those confident smiles quickly disappeared when the result was announced, a majority draw. For the first time in his pro career, Gervonta Davis left the ring without a victory. Backstage, he sat silently as his team, including Barry Hunter, who had taken the lead coaching role for the night, shook their heads in disappointment. Hunter firmly believed the judges got it wrong and admitted that Davis had a much tougher night than expected.
Having a fight. Well, I knew he would be hungry. I knew he was going to fight extremely hard. I told you earlier Lamont Roach was never a cheat date, so we knew that going into this fight. I thought there were times, there were opportunities when we were inside. We should have took advantage of a few things on the inside, but for the most part, this was a fight based on strategy, This was a fight. Actually, Tank.
Barry Hunter didn't sugarcoat his thoughts. He genuinely believed Davis did enough to win, especially in the final rounds. "We give credit to the other side," he told Us News, "but I felt the last 2 rounds sealed it. I thought we had it." As for the rematch, many believe Davis's only shot at redemption is if he truly commits to his craft, just like he promised after the fight. The disappointing draw against Lamont Roach seemed to wake him up, and Davis admitted he'd only take a short break, just 1 week, before jumping right back into training.
What was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like a draw, you know, from a guy that get knockouts and things like that, but it's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more, and I should have did more. I was lost in the, I lost track in the rounds. That's why we need, what is it called? Yeah, man.
No matter what's going on with Gervonta Davis behind the scenes, boxing fans are fired up for his rematch with Lamont Roach. All eyes are on Davis to back up the bold promise he made. "I'm going to chop, bob and weave. I'm ending it in the 9th round." He's out to expose the hype, not just around Roach, but around anyone who stands with him. "I like proving people wrong," Davis said. "When I won my first title, the whole building doubted me, and I showed them who I really am."
I didn't know what round it was. Facts.
Tank, Eric Blum from DailyMail.com. First off, your coach just said, can you confirm, did you get your hair done 2 days before the fight?
Yeah. I ran water over it today, but I mustn't do it enough.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring?
Not only did Lamont Roach shock fans by going toe-to-toe with Gervonta Davis, who entered as the heavy favorite, but many in the boxing world felt Roach should have won. The controversy hit a peak in the 9th round when Davis took a knee in the center of the ring, which many argued should have been counted as a knockdown. On top of that, his corner wiped his face during the round, something that's technically grounds for disqualification. Despite it all, the fight ended in a draw, only making the rematch even more anticipated. After months of rumors and back-and-forth negotiations, August 16th was finally locked in as the official rematch date, or at least, that's what everyone thought.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm assured.
When he talks about you not...
Despite widespread belief that the rematch is locked in, a June 20th post from Lamont Roach suggests otherwise. Following yet another round of online back-and-forth with Gervonta Davis, Roach wrote, "Laugh my head off. Buddy knows damn well I don't move like that. He's hyping y'all up just to cover the fact that he hasn't done his part of the deal yet. He might actually pull out of the fight. Stay tuned." Fans quickly jumped in, with one commenting, "Davis is scared as hell of Lamont Roach. Do your big one again in the rematch. Stamp that stuff."
A great fight, you know what I mean? Lamont coming with his best, I'm coming with my best, and you know, right here is the top of the DMV.
Roach fired back by saying, "If he actually fights, let's see. He's going to pull an Orion and claim he wasn't fit or something." With that, Roach made it clear, Davis still hasn't fulfilled his end of the agreement. This likely means the rematch contract isn't officially signed or finalized yet. While some might see this as just posturing, Roach bringing it up publicly suggests he's genuinely concerned. If everything was truly locked in, he wouldn't be sounding the alarm like this.
You know, how's Tank doing right now?
He's doing great, man. It's just another fight. We get prepared for it, and I'm sure they're doing the same thing.
Absolutely. And now you both going to be in the corners. Calvin Ford going to be there. I know he's here right now with us.
Yes,
but
yes.
Okay. Definitely. I just wanted to clarify that. Do you think that Lamont lit the fire inside of Tank in the rematch? A lot of people said that, you know, it was a close fight, you know, the knee, all these things, these situations. What do you think about that?
It's boxing, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's past tense. We get...
There's growing talk that Gervonta Davis may no longer be as driven as he once was, and that his underwhelming performance against Lamont Roach could be a sign of fading motivation. Some even believe he might retire sooner than expected. Addressing the speculation, Coach Kenny Ellis spoke to Fight Hype, saying, "Whatever he decides to do, I've always said I'll support him, or any other fighter. If he wakes up tomorrow and says, "I'm done," then he's done. Everyone has their own path, and that's his decision to make.
For the future, you know?
All right, how many more fights you think Tank has in him? You know, does he have that desire in him to continue to go?
You know, it's totally up to Tank, you know? Or whatever you decide to do, I always say I support him or any other fighter. If he want to wake up tomorrow and say, "I'm done," he's done.
Definitely.
You know, everybody has their path and their distance, you know?
Absolutely, but you know him more better than a lot of people. So, you know, what do you think his mentality is, his attitude?
When asked about Gervonta Davis's current mindset, Coach Kenny Ellis admitted it's tough to pinpoint. "It's hard to say," he said. "He does love the sport, but sometimes you have to push Tank to stay focused. Whatever the case may be, he still loves boxing, and it's never about fear. He's not scared of anyone or anything."
You know him since he was young, so what do you think? He'll continue to keep going?
You know, it's hard to say, man. I mean,
One day he'll wake up?
He do love the sport, you know.
Oh,
but,
okay.
You know, sometimes you got to stand on 10, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
For whatever the reason might be, but he loves the sport. And he don't fear nobody or anything like that, you know?
Do you think he'll try to go for the knockout, you know, to cement it and to shut everybody up and say, "Listen, this fight wasn't close, you know, Lamont wasn't on my level"? Do you think he'll want to make that type of...
Gervonta Davis now arguably enters the Lamont Roach rematch with even more to prove. Their first fight left fans with plenty of unanswered questions, especially after the controversial decision that sparked debate over the officiating. That drama lit the fuse between the two fighters, turning their rivalry into one of the most talked about in boxing. If the rematch does go down on August 16th, all eyes will be on them, and the tension promises to be even higher this time around.